Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Shadowhawk number 4, guest starring Savage Dragon, in case you couldn't tell by this gorgeous cover. Penciled by Jim Valentino and inked gorgeously by Eric Larson. Totally bringing the dragon vibes. I love it. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Okay, so this is, Image Comics, the early 90s. The first wave of Image Comics, the founding 7 left to create Image Comics. Jim Valentino was one of them, from his superstar run on Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess. Anyway, so he launched Shadowhawk, the back-breaking vigilante with AIDS. I mean, come on, problematic all over the place. But anyway, cool design. He's like the Batman of the Image universe, I guess, mixed with Wolverine and every other, trope that you want to throw in that all the Image people amalgamated from Marvel and DC and, made their own superheroes. Anyway, so, in the Image, they were all guest starring in each other's books, and I was collecting all of them. I was a fan of every title, every creator, and I was totally there for it. And especially if Dragon is going to appear in Shadowhawk, like, how cool is that? I love this. Like, Jim Valentino is, like, a good artist. Like, I like his artist. I think that he's pretty solid as far as storytelling and, like, the fundamentals of comic book art. But, like, having Eric Larson ink you is definitely going to elevate your art. And there's a lot of Larson aesthetic here, especially with the way he was working at the time with, like, you can tell, like, he might be using a specific kind of pen here. And, I just love, like, the texture and the stipple or whatever of the shading here. And, of course, Dragon looks great. This is probably, this looks a little bit like the coloring that was happening on Savage Dragon. So maybe Larson's had his team do the coloring as well. Maybe it'll tell inside. Anyway, so it's the 90s. So the only adornment you're going to get is, like, the silver, like, shadow, I guess, treatment, metallic treatment. Image Comics presents Shadowhawk in Enter the Dragon. Wow, that must have came up with, like, he must have been up for days thinking that title. Like, how many times has Enter Dragon been used with Dragon by now? Anyway, well, 30 years later, probably like 1,000,000,006. Anyway, the Savage Dragon appears courtesy of Eric Larson, dedicated to Jerry Siegel, who gave us all our jobs. Created, written, and penciled, and sadly, like, nothing's better. I'm just kidding. But comic book creators still getting screwed over by the man. 40, 60, 80 years later. Created, written, and penciled by Jim Valentino. Inked by Chance Wolf. Cover inked and colored by Eric Larson. See, it did kind of look like Larson's coloring. I didn't realize he was so adept at coloring at that point. Interesting. Lettered by Kurt Hathaway, pages 1 through 12. Chance Wolf. Like, are you serious? Written in pencil. Oh, okay. They're inked, lettered, colored. Anyway, it's getting confusing. Colored by Eric Vincent. Computer graphics by Hank Canals. Shadowline production. That's Jim Lee's branch of Image. So we have the dragon here. I'm wondering, like, fin addicts would know. And I guess I'm sort of a fin addict, but I don't pretend to be an expert. Like, his fin looks pretty correct to me. I don't know. It's probably not. There's probably there's something slightly off, I think. Nobody ever gets it right. That's like the, like the gritty, grimacing dragon saying, nobody ever gets it right. Although a lot of the hatching here, I'm wondering if they're direct, like, because that looks very Eric Larson right there. Like, good homage there. But very Image Comics. Like, we're not getting a lot of backgrounds to begin with. This looks like a Monopoly board. They're playing Monopoly. Don't blank with me. I get... Anyway, so we got to cook up a reason for Dragon and Shadowhawk to tussle here. Oh, that's kind of grotesque. Look at me. Look at what that armored freak did to me. Does it hurt? Hurt. I incinerate everything I touch. How am I going to eat? So Shadowhawk did that. You know, the perfect example of superheroes doing more harm than good. And this looks like a Xerox of like the city. Lazy. Anyway, that is a lot of power energy going on. Vortex. Very appropriate. Oh, wow. Holy backgrounds. Like that's... See, this is kind of the thing that Jim Lee is kind of good at. I feel like we saw... Or not Jim Lee, Jim Valentino. Like, I feel like we saw a lot of this. This is giving me Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, which I did enjoy from him. I will tell you that. I did. Guardians of the Galaxy looks so different from its original inception. And I'm like, give me Nikki, give me Charlie 27, give me all that. Don't give me Chris Pratt. Don't give me Chris Pratt. Anyway, some artists, and clearly Jim Valentino is one of them, I'm like, what's up with the crossed eye? I mean, I don't mean to criticize, but you've been drawing comics for like probably, I don't know, at least a decade at this point. And like, how can you not draw crossed eyes? Like Mark Bagley, I feel draws crossed eyes, not to like drag artists here, but I just feel like, really? Like, how do you call yourself an artist? That was harsh, eh? Look at this beautiful double page spread. I love that. I love cityscapes. That looks pretty cool. This is definitely giving me... What is with that? That looks like a drag queen's breastplate, to be honest with you. Or sunglasses. 80s sunglasses, which actually really looks cool. I kind of want these as sunglasses now. I don't know. I mean, Shadowhawk's cool, right? I don't think I've ever drawn him, have I? I should draw him. I know everyone's dying for that. Everyone loves my art. I just love posting art on Facebook and getting like so many rude comments or just like nothing at all. It's so gratifying to share your art on social media. Here's some advice. Don't do it. If you want to be an artist, put it up for sale. And if people like it, they will buy it. Don't just put it up for free to be constantly criticized and humiliated and made to feel like shit about yourself. I mean, it's not all that, of course. You know, everything's a mixed bag. Art is subjective. But I just feel like it's easier to hang on to the negativity than the praise. I'm just kidding. How negative is that? That's kind of a fun panel. I don't... Like, are you looking at your armpit? I don't know. Like, this is like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am action. I'm always up for a panel like that with multiple characters. Like, I think that's fun storytelling. I do. And I do feel like, and I feel like I already said it, but that is one of Jim Lee's strengths. Like, he has very good fundamentals of comic book storytelling and art for what he may lack in polish. And I feel like he might know that to an extent, like, because I feel like the latest Shadowhawk that he did either had or is going to have like a background artist. So I don't know. Take that for what it is. But drawing a monthly comic book is like no joke. Look at the the lighting on that is kind of interesting, don't you think? Ooh, the coloring there is interesting too. Not hating all of it, but I don't know, that's a cool panel. Oh, that's actually like a really fun panel all around. Very interesting. I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. The burning skin guy is back. I mean, don't you just would rather see Eric Larson draw that? You know, that's kind of his, like, wheelhouse, like those freakish, like, grotesquerie characters. See, I feel like it was a little lacking in a little, like, you know, like, best drawer in high school kind of aspect to Jim Valentino's art is kind of that just hatching that looks a little sloppy. I don't know. Is that terrible? I know. I'm sorry. If you're a huge Jim Valentino fan, and you should be. I mean, he's got a lot of fun stuff. I always love a panel with a Venetian blind sort of shadow effect like that. Very good storytelling. Like I said, I love the storytelling of Jim Valentino. I think it looks cool. And we get Dragon. That's a super dragon-y panel right there. Once again, the colorist. Like, what are you doing with the teeth? You went outside the lines. I don't know. The coloring's sloppy. It's the 90s. They were learning. 1963, Don Simpson's bringing you the sequel. Coming soon this year. Look for it. From across the shadow line. My God, I didn't realize they were so prolific. The Pact, Slaughter, The Others, Reign, The New Alliance, and Shadowhawk 2. Whoa! Jim Valentino was like Image Comics at this point. Who knew? Did any of these see? I remember The Pact coming out. I don't remember Slaughter. The Others seems familiar. I don't remember Reign, The Alliance. Shadowhawk 2 definitely came out. The Secret Revealed. That's actually really good art right there. I like it. I forgive your hatching. It's the best artist in college. I'm just kidding. Jim Valentino. Oh, here we go. The Others. I do kind of like that aesthetic. I mean, I have to say, like, the best thing about Jim Lee, like, going to Image is, like, he fit perfectly in the fact that, like, Image is, like, an independent comic book publisher, and he is definitely, like, I feel like he was more indie than most of the others, like, as far as, like, you know, like, publication history and things like that. Anyway, kind of cool, though. I'm kind of loving this. Like, that looks actually really cool. I would have to get to the end in the last 4 pages to finally appreciate it. Now I kind of like The Others. I don't think I got it, though. I don't remember. Anyway, did it come out? Feel free to answer in the comments, you guys. You're my memory sometimes, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Super cool. Shadowhawk featuring the Savage Dragon. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more later.